Welcome back to the Howard Keating Show. I'm Howard Keating, and we're having a great time here at the XM Bank event here in Washington, D.C. It's been spectacular. They've had over 1,300 participants here, and it's been an amazing turnout. But also, this world is starting to change, and all you small businesses out there, you have the ability to change and go and get where 95% of the marketplace is, and that's internationally. And with the XM Bank guaranteeing up to 90% of your invoice and other opportunities out there, you can't miss. These are better opportunities, obviously, than doing business domestically. And boy, you're helping America grow, you're helping employment, and there's nothing like our balance of payments coming into play on this. It's exciting times, and we're pleased to have with me right now is Peter Baranay, and he is president of ABRO. It is industries out of South Bend, Indiana. And he grew his business, you're going to find out, and he is private labeling his products. He buys products, and he ships them all over the world. Peter, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Howard. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, tell us about this. You got some exciting things happening, and who would have guessed this coming out of South Bend of everything else, you know?
South Bend, Indiana. For many years, everybody remembers South Bend as the home of Studebaker.
That's right.
Today, everybody knows it's the home of the Fighting Irish. University of Notre Dame, a great institution. But in South Bend, Indiana, there's an export powerhouse, and that's ABRO Industries, absolutely. And we trace our roots back to 1939 when our founder hung out his shingle as a translation service.
Wow.
And I think about it, 1939, he got into business. There was no internet, there were barely telephones, and he goes into business as a translation service and translates letters for local businesses, and they say, Bob, great letter, the guys in Mexico want to buy my products, what do I do? And Bob says, I'll handle that for you. I'll write them back in Spanish because I speak Spanish, and I'll tell you what we can do. And you talk about an entrepreneur. You talk about a guy who's gutsy. 1944, the world is at war, and he quits Studebaker, puts out his business plaque as United Export Corporation, and goes into business selling and representing American manufacturers in the global marketplace. 1944. The man was way ahead of his time, and my family acquired the business in the late 1970s, and it was still pretty much an export management company, meaning that if you were a U.S. manufacturer of generators or compressors or fire equipment, we as United Export would sell your product overseas. We'd take the receivable risk, we'd market, we'd promote, we'd do all that kind of stuff. And look, it's a great business model. But at the end of the day, you're the guy in the middle. And we began to private label product under the ABRO name in late 1970s. By 1985, we had a handful of products. Our main product was masking tape.
Wow.
Believe it or not, masking tape. Okay, and for your viewers and listeners out there, you're thinking, my goodness, what is it you can do with masking tape other than hang up your kids' artwork on the refrigerator? Well, there's a lot of uses.
Yeah.
And so we started selling masking tape, and we still sell masking tape. Last year, we sold enough masking tape that if you unrolled all of our individual rolls of masking tape we sold, you'd go around the equator over 90 times.
Wow.
That is a lot of masking tape.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thank you. And you'd pass through 9 countries along the equator, all of whom are ABRO customers, all of whom buy ABRO masking tape. But we weren't satisfied just selling ABRO masking tape. We began to do other products, related products. We started to do automotive body filler. We started to spray paint. We did super glue, gasket maker, car wax, car polish. We sell it all under the ABRO name, but it's manufactured here in the United States by dozens and hundreds, I should say, of American manufacturers. And we buy it from them under our brand, inventory it, ship it overseas to a network of 185 different countries, ABRO distributors around the world.
That's terrific. What a great opportunity you're giving to small business, too.
It is. When we started working, we're here with the Export-Import Bank. We started working with the Export-Import Bank in 2002, and Department of Commerce and the Export-Import Bank says that if you sell $1 million worth of incremental product overseas, you're going to generate 5 American jobs. Okay, $1 million, 5 jobs. The first year we started with Export-Import Bank, I think we created about 5 jobs back in 2002. 9 years later, we have created cumulatively 467 American jobs. We have sold that much stuff under the ABRO brand since 2002 with the support of the Export-Import Bank.
You know, with smart business on your side, to go ahead, instead of having somebody else, working with all these other labels, they're going to look to you anyways.
They do. And
so you bellied up to the bar and said, hey, listen, we're going to make sure we get the right product in here. We're going to make sure it's got the right quality or our specifications.
Correct.
We'll private label, because come hell or high water, they're going to come back to us anyways.
Exactly.
And from a small business standpoint, it's just an add-on opportunity.
It is. It's a great opportunity for our manufacturers here in the United States, and it's a great opportunity for distributors. Many of them started with us 20 years ago, and 20 years ago we may have been one of the dozen brands that they were buying. Today we've got a significant number of our distributors. ABRO is the only thing they sell, day in and day out in their marketplace in Ecuador, Colombia, Nigeria, Russia. The only thing they're buying is ABRO product, the ABRO name, and they are ABRO in their country.
And you've earned that.
And they've earned it. They've done it as well. They've created that.
Absolutely. Now, do you have other areas? South Bend's the headquarters.
South Bend is the headquarters.
And where else are you?
We have in the United States. We have a distribution center in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, is that right?
And we have a 150,000 square foot warehouse in Savannah. About 25% of our business goes through that facility. 75% of our business goes directly from the manufacturer in 20-foot shipping containers or 40-foot shipping containers directly to our customer base.
So logistics is a big thing that you're covering for these small manufacturers as well.
Huge, absolutely.
And it's a big problem.
Yeah. And our average order size for our manufacturers, single order, single transactions, about $50,000. They're filling up a 40-foot container, in many cases multiple 40-foot containers, and away it goes. And they sell to me on domestic terms. I pay them, and hey, I'd like longer terms, but domestically, if it's 30 days, it's 30 days. If it's 60 days, it's 60 days. We pay our bills. They have to worry about the quality. They've got to make sure that they give us good quality. And they know that in 60 days they're going to get paid. And probably next week they're going to get another purchase order and they're going to sell more ABRO product.
And we started engaging DHL. We're awfully impressed with this organization. On a global basis, the sophistication, they can bring down prices for you and small businesses. They've really got this down to a science, don't they?
They do. They do. And people like DHL and Federal Express and UPS, they do a great job, in our case, moving documents. A lot of paperwork associated, unfortunately, with international sales. And the documents go, physical documents go via those kind of couriers. But smaller manufacturers, not us, it's not our kind of business, but smaller manufacturers that have a high value product that they can deliver via Federal Express or via DHL. In today's global world, it's unbelievable what you can do.
And what's really set a lot of things free is the XM Bank.
Correct.
We were talking about 95% of your receivables are insured.
That's correct. We pay the Export-Import Bank a fee for which they add their guarantee. That guarantee allows me to go down to my bank and say, hello, Mr. Banker, I have this receivable. Will you lend me against it? And they don't look at it as lending to Peter Baranay and ABRO Industries. They look at the guarantee as the Export-Import Bank. Full faith and credit of the U.S. government.
It couldn't be any better, huh?
Could not be any better. And it's allowed us to grow our business very, very substantially.
It helps the small business. They slide right under your brand.
Precisely.
And then you go ahead and get the Export-Import Bank, behind it and the financing behind it.
Correct.
So that's a lot of tools that you're giving small business.
Absolutely.
Great opportunities for them.
And, not every manufacturer, not every person that's listening to your show is going to have a product that fits my distribution model, but they should be thinking, look, I know you've said it, 95% of the consumers in the world today are outside the United States. There are more Chinese middle class consumers than there are American middle class consumers, quantity-wise.
Sure.
I mean, it's a huge number globally. How do you get your product to those people? How do you get it in front of those people? How do you get it sold? And then how do you sell it again?
Now, how do you do things, for example, let's say I'm a small business here in America, and I get my product manufactured elsewhere.
Correct.
You still will private label?
Yeah.
You still will...
We'll work with people like that. We've done things like that. For the most part, we're selling U.S. made product and we're selling it globally.
Okay. So I get that. When you think about the growth, you're right about China. India's got the same thing. To think that their middle class is bigger than our entire population is absolutely staggering.
It is staggering, and unfortunately, most Americans haven't traveled.
Yeah.
One of the good things is that the government is essentially saying, look, if you're going to travel to Canada, get a passport. If you're going to travel to Mexico, get a passport. You used to be able to go to those countries without a passport.
Sure.
Now you got to have a passport. Heck, if you're going to go to Mexico, get on a plane and go down to El Salvador, go to Guatemala, go to Honduras, go to Colombia. They're great countries, great opportunities.
Oh, there are opportunities all over the place, and it's amazing that everything is expanding. And for small business, who we're talking to right now is your opportunity to get in and take advantage of this opportunity. Before everybody else jumps in, believe me, they're going to get into this marketplace just out of necessity.
You have to.
There's no choice.
No.
Okay, you're fighting over price and small as a result, small margins in a small marketplace here in America.
Precisely.
It's over for the short term. Mm-hmm. So this is a great opportunity. And what is your sweet spot as far as products go? So everybody can get an idea.
I mean, as far as one of my guys has described it probably best, saying we sell everything for the car that isn't a part. Everything a car consumes, everything a car needs to look good, everything a car needs to stay clean and polished and get fixed, simple repairs, we have. We don't sell windshield wipers and we don't sell spark plugs and we don't sell tires. But if you want your tires to be shiny, we've got that. You want your upholstery to be shiny, we've got that. We've got window cleaner. We've got all the food for the car. We've got oil, we've got lubricant, we've got additives. All of those products.
And you're still looking for more.
We're always looking for more.
And you want to stick on the automotive side of it.
Automotive is great. We do a lot in the hardware side. We're beginning to do some products on the consumer side as well. We sell air fresheners. We sell a WD-40 type of product. We've sold oven cleaners. We've sold spray starch. So a lot of different products.
So if you find out there's a good marketplace out there that a small business might have created or whatever, you want to jump in there and take advantage of that. Absolutely. As well.
We have a term in our business we call ABROnization. We find a product, our distributors tell us about a product that's selling well in the marketplace. We find a manufacturer that can do it, and we ABROnize it.
I love it. I love it. Well, we wish you a lot of success, and it was very kind of you to be on the show.
It's my pleasure. I'm flattered you wanted to have me.
Oh, no, we got to be able to call you in about a month or so and have you back on our show, if you don't mind.
Be happy to do it.
It would be a real honor. And ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Peter Baranay. Did I say that right?
Baranay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I said that.
It's been a long day, Howard.
I know. Many more mountains to climb yet, okay? And he is the president of ABRO, and they're out of South Bend, Indiana. Dynamic firm. Take a look at their website. And the website to go to is www.abro.com. See how you could fit in. See what they're doing out there, and see how you can possibly get in under their network. It's a great tool. They're amenable to grow. They want to expand, and they are pros. They will help you on the financing because they're going to private label anyways, okay? It's going to be the product's going to be delivered in their name. So this is a great opportunity for everybody. And also for all you people out there, this is a well-respected company, And look what they've done, and look what you can do if you go global. Emulate this gentleman's business in your own area and grow, and we got to go global. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
it's
Howard.
been a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure, sir. You have a great week.
My pleasure.
Thank you.